Yo, we're back. Special episode of Talking Game. I'm your host, Anthony LT King, Yellow Tape King, Tony, whatever you call me. Lets me know what I was on when you was fucking with me. And we are back with the brilliant baseball mind of Riann English. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I cannot complain.
Yes. Coming off of World Baseball Classic, about to head into the regular season.
Yeah.
Um, I've been asking people this. I'm gonna ask you this real quick before we get into the Tigers who we're here to talk about. Have you ever been this excited during the beginning of March for
Nope.
baseball?
Nope. Nope. I think the oh man, there was some years ago when I was really getting into like my baseball ops sort of vibe and really feeling like, okay, we drafted these great guys. I'm really excited to like see what they do in spring training. That was a few years ago, and that was the most excited I had been for like spring training time up until the beginning of this month. And I was like, yo, this is skip spring training. I don't care about nothing they got going on in
At all?
Lakeland, in Glendale, Arizona. Don't matter. Don't care. I have watched no spring training games. It's been all WBC because it's just been the most exciting time, like before the season I've ever experienced in my life. It was an absolute blast.
Yeah, high level baseball this early is just amazing. Um, I was talking to some guys. This is MLB baseball is having a moment right now. Hopefully, they can figure out collective bargaining so they don't kill the momentum of said moment. But
Man.
we're not gonna look too far ahead. We're not gonna look too far ahead. We're gonna enjoy the moment that we're in because
Mm-hmm.
there is a cloud looming. But um, talking Tigers, what grade would you give the Tigers this offseason?
Oh my goodness. I think highlighted by Sandra Valdez, you got to give him an A. Um, And it depends on if we're also including the salary arb shenanigans with Terry Scuba or not, because that was funny to me. That was
Shenanigans.
shenanigans because again, I work for the Tigers. You know, that's my hometown team, so I'm not going to do too much. But what were they offering him? Pennies
I
and a
think like
couple nickels.
it
It
was
was,
it was half of what he got.
it was, and it was like I don't know how they
Nickel.
walked into that case thinking that that was like a real number. I'm like, nobody's gonna
Yeah, no,
like
not at all.
nobody's waiting aside for that. So that was kind of like it was a little bit of like a maybe a dark spot, but in the grand scheme of things, it was like it was never gonna work out for them. Yeah, how they wanted it to. So it was kind of like he was gonna win regardless. So win for Scuba was probably a win for the fans as well. But I'm gonna give us an A. I think that our season is going to depend on Taylor Swift on how he performs and what is probably going to be his last season as a Tiger, and then how Samba Valdez adjusts to pitching behind Scuba and then also being primed to be his replacement.
Yeah,
So whether it's 2027 or 2028.
that's the
It
dark
goes.
cloud looming.
Yeah. But I'm also really excited about I think that it's incredibly likely that we see Kevin McGonigal by my birthday is April 16th. I'm kind of expecting him to be right in there around my birthday. That'll be
Okay.
my little birthday present from the Tigers. I'm expecting him to get in there by like mid-April. Um, I could see them promoting Max Clark maybe around July, having him play with the AAA guys. Maybe make an appearance in late September, early October, something like that. So it's really exciting to be a Tigers fan right now because you're seeing so much of like the years of drafting really high and drafting a lot of talent, and it's they're all kind of getting really good and getting ready at the same time. So to
Yeah,
have McGonagall and Max Clark on the field at the same time is like that's going to be a blast to watch.
it should be fun, and you guys got to go for it, right? Like this is the year
You got
you
to go for
got
it.
got to go for it.
Why not?
Uh,
It's the product is there already, so just put
let's
it
go. Let's
together.
put it together. Yeah,
Yeah,
you have some WBC champions coming in hot. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yes,
Freaking Glaber Torres, y'all re-sign Glaber. You know what I'm saying? To a favorable deal. You know
yep,
those things matter. Somebody, hey man, the American League is gonna be very interesting as a whole.
very,
It's gonna be
very.
very interesting as a whole. And as a Yankees fan, it just makes me a little more nervous. um, what do you think the strength of the Tigers will be this year?
Oh, I think the strength is again going to be Struble and Valdez, 1, 2 in the rotation. Um, and then I think it's also going to be like getting those younger guys in there and getting them a taste. I think that those are kind of the two things that I'm excited about the most, that I think most Tigers fans can probably agree with. Um, yeah, I think also it'll be interesting to see how our Venezuelan guys who are coming off this WBC win, how they kind of use some of that momentum and how that's going to look for the beginning of the season. So I don't know. We've got a few things to really look forward to that I think might work very well.
So I haven't asked anybody this so far, but I'm just thinking about it in the conversation. Do you think the WBC? Because I've been so pro WBC, I forgot about the long ass baseball season. Right? Do you feel like this will help the players get to a hot start, or do you feel like it'll be quicker for them to run into a wall, like in July or August, or even maybe even earlier since they played these games?
It's a great question. I think because they got the WBC, and this isn't including the time that they were practicing as a national team together, but I think considering the fact that it was only a couple weeks long tournament, I don't
Yeah,
think that those couple of weeks is going to have like a huge impact on how at least their bodies are. As we get deeper into the season, I think that it's can set the tone for how they start the season. But I don't think it's gonna have like any real wear and tear on their bodies. Like, oh, they were doing all this competitive play, early on, like during spring training time, instead of just like easing into baseball, which is what spring training is for. They were playing at
yeah,
a high level so early on, so they're kind of gonna slow down and they might hit a wall earlier. I don't think that it was long enough for that to really have an effect in that way. I would be
yeah,
surprised if it does, but I think for the most part, it should be like all right, we're in baseball mode. Let's hit the ground running
yeah.
instead of again being just like, okay, I've eased into baseball. Now I've got my body back into it, but they're already ready to go. And
I
so
can
I
see
think
that.
like the Venezuelan guys are really going to hit the ground running. That's my hope, and I feel like probably the Team USA guys are going to be like, okay, we kind of have to redeem ourselves. So let's figure some things out really quickly. Like Aaron Judge has some things to figure out.
Yo, yo, does he ever? That was a scary sight.
It
Lord,
was
listen, scare. Like, all right, see, we supposed to be talking Tigers, and here you go, with the
not going to
shit.
start no mess.
You,
I'm not going to start no mess.
I woke up last night in the cold sweat because I just saw Aaron Judge staring at the plate with the bat on the shoulder, looking at fastballs, middle,
Middle.
middle. See,
Oh,
you
I'm like, I was like, is he okay? I have never seen that man sit on a pitch like that before, and just, I mean, I'm sitting over here like, is he gonna swing?
look.
Like,
I'm like that. I'm like that gift. Like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I was.
it was
It was.
crazy. It was,
It was
it was,
scary. I'm gonna
it
be
was.
honest. Like the scary thing for me. See, you got me wrong. I'm gonna just say this. The scary thing for me was just like the moment always finds Aaron Judge.
Mm-hmm.
So like it scares me that when the moment comes, the moment, the playoffs. I don't nobody care about a game in in July in Cleveland. But in the moment in October, he's gonna be at bat when it matters. And it's
Yep.
like, is that what we're gonna get again? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Are we gonna get you just looking at middle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you don't have to worry about Scooble hitting the wall. He flaked on us. Um,
Wasn't it terrible?
I
Wasn't it?
respect it though. I respect the bit. Judge didn't play in 2023 because of free agency, so I get it. At least he showed up and gave us, 3 innings. Appreciate
And
it.
I feel the opposite. Like I'm an all or nothing type of person just by nature. So for me, him throwing one game, I'm like, you might as well have just gone to Lakeland the whole
That
time.
was a waste. That
Take a
was a waste.
picture.
And I'm not gonna lie, when Nolan McLean came out for the championship game, I'm like, Scooble.
And
I ain't gonna lie. I was like, and Nolan McLean did not pitch bad, but
no,
still,
he didn't.
that
But
was
it
that
was
was
like that
Scooble's
was your
spot.
game.
That was your spot, bro. Like this
That
was
was
your
your
time to be
game. And
um,
you know,
American hero, man.
you
Come
know,
on
it
now.
was also Aaron Judge's time to be Captain America. So it's giving that it just wasn't Team USA's year, which to me it gave that before the tournament even started. Like they did all this hoopla, it was this big, like all this commotion about like this is the best, Team USA WBC roster they've ever put together, and I'm like, and that's great. Have y'all seen the other countries?
Yeah,
Because like, they
yeah,
are equally as impressive. But whatever, sidebar conversations.
yeah.
Aaron
See,
Judge will figure it out. I think that. I mean, he's Aaron Judge. He's gonna figure it out. He's gonna be fine. And then as far as Ted Scooble, he's also gonna be fine. But it was just like, to me, I was like, why make the pit stop? Like you just
yeah, right.
wait.
Then you gonna drive down to watch.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, I'm gonna be in the dugout with you guys.
like,
Yeah, thanks.
I'm gonna put on the hockey jersey. It was like, okay, like you didn't have to do any of this.
My boy came to get that A on that project. You know that.
He, his name was on the project, that's for
He
sure.
came, and you got a B plus because you didn't pitch. How about that? We got a couple comments. Tamika on Twitch. Hi. I don't know. Talking Tigers baseball. Um, who and you alluded to some people who probably you're going to mention, but who do you think will be the breakout star of the Tigers this year?
Knee jerk reaction was to say Kevin McGonigal because I do think it is Kevin McGonigal.
I mean, that's how you go breakout. You don't want to go established star.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but I'm trying to think who on that roster is due for something big. Um, yeah. I mean, I think McGonigal will be breakout. I need Torque to hit torque bombs. If he could, oh man, if him and Riley Green could lock in and just attack the ball consistently, I mean, that's it for us. Like
The sky
those
can be
two
the
get
limit.
going good, and we're good. Like
Hey man.
those two, and then Scuba and Valdez, and everybody else will fall into place. That's my belief.
Yeah. Hey, who knows, man? We might have a Glaber Torres MVP year out of nowhere. Just
We could, and you know what? You know who I'm hoping has a really good season. We signed Kenley Jansen, who I was a fan of years back. I just like the guy.
yeah.
Just like the guy. And so I'm hoping that he comes here and he just has a good, solid, 1 year with us. We're paying him a little bit of money, so I'm hoping that he really earns that and that he just, does something good for us. JV, I mean, the man is like 43, but he's still pitching well. I hope that he also just gives us a really, really good season. For breakout, I'm still gonna go with McGonigal, and then hoping that Torque and Riley Green can just lock back in together.
Um, Verlander. What you probably get 20, 25 stars out of Verlander this year,
Hopefully.
maybe, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's solid. He veteran presence. I like the. This a retirement tour though, right? I'm just
Ooh,
I'm just saying. I mean,
So let me say this about Justin Verlander. I think that depending on how this season goes, next year might be his retirement year.
As
Maybe. 'Cause I feel like he's the type of guy who wants a retirement tour. Like he's not gonna announce his retirement at the All Star game. He's gonna
yeah,
want the there. He's gonna want everybody to have their gifts ready for him. And they gonna need some time to prepare that. So I feel like he would
facts.
probably say like I don't think he would just like, you know, we go to the postseason, hopefully we have our run and then whatever happens after that, I don't think he'll say, okay, like, okay, surprise, that was my last, I don't see that for him, so I'm not convinced that this is his last year.
Which I respect that, and he kind of deserves that. Like him and Scherzer are the last of a dying breed. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? So
yes. He
give
absolutely
these
did.
give these old school pitchers, I guess, or however you want to look at it, their flowers while they can, man. Because we're not gonna see anybody like them.
Not many guys like them next year, though.
You know what I'm
Not many
saying?
pitchers in the game, which is so frustrating to me. But
I,
yeah,
trust
they
me.
they need all the hoopla, all the fanfare, all the confetti for sure.
Tr- Trust me. Your dad watches baseball like my dad watches baseball. I'm pretty sure he complains about all the relief pitchers. My dad is like, I came up where you had two people in the bullpen, a lefty and a righty, and you
Man,
don't see them to the eighth and ninth inning.
man, look. I'm just about as bad as my dad, so I'll be like, y'all be using the term starter real loosey goosey nowadays. You got a
Hey
guy
man,
going 3 2/3 talking about he the starting pitcher. No, he's just a pitcher.
he's an opener. We
He
got to go back to what the Rays started.
selfish. Let's get the game started.
Yeah,
Let's
he he like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get the ball rolling and hand this on off to my dogs.
and I'm gonna just hand this on. Uh-huh. Yeah.
I remember the first time I had you on. I asked you all time who is your favorite tiger. But as of right now, who's your favorite tiger to watch?
Um, Kevin McGonigal.
What? But you in them trenches though. See
Let me
that goes back to you being in them trenches.
let me tell you something. I am so on the McGonagall train. It's crazy because watching him in Arizona was like it's one thing to see a guy, and then to see him like after the season is over, just like kind of in like a lesser competitive sort of situation, and him still being incredibly competitive, and him still playing incredibly good baseball. I was just like so impressed by him. I mean, they already don't want to pitch to him right now. They're already pitching around this guy, and the way that he works a count, the way that he works that bat, the way that he throws pitchers off, it's just so impressive. Like I know he's not an official Tiger yet, but he is the person who is making me really, really excited about this season thus far. And he hasn't even made his debut yet. That's the impact that he's already having to me on the team.
That's
He
the
is he's
that's
he's so impressive. He's so good. He's so good.
that's the thing about baseball that is pretty dope. Is like you have to, even when you become a major leaguer, bro, you have to be on your shit because somebody is coming up. Like somebody is coming up and they're balling out and they're gonna be cheaper, which also matters. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So they like it kind of keeps the competition going even within the clubhouse of I have to keep my job. I have to stay on my shit. I have to do my thing. But you had a close encounter and intimate experience of actually watching him. Was there any other Tigers that you seen that excite you that are coming up through the ranks?
Um, what's his name? Oh man, I'm picturing his face.
Hey, come on now, you forgetting the ballers like that.
What
No, the
the
internet
hell?
don't forget. When you
I
become the
know.
GM, when you become the GM, he gonna be like, you ain't even remember
Looking
my
at
name.
his face right now. He got a regular name. Hold on. Hold on. No,
Regular
like he
name,
got a regular name. Hold on.
regular name is hilarious. Like his name,
It's
John Smith.
short.
Like, hey man, John Smith is cold. Okay, he was cold out here, killing it.
Oh, Max Anderson.
That is a regular ass name,
Yes, Max Anderson.
but it's
Yeah.
also a
So
baseball ass name.
isn't it though? Like it's oh my gosh. I was having this conversation with some of the people in Arizona in that program that you can tell when parents want their sons to play baseball and they give them like a baseball name or they try to give them a name that they think will sound really good like when the
Listen,
announcer announces them when they come to play like Cutter Coffee. I know his parents thought they ate that down.
first of
They was
all,
like, "We're gonna have this name. This is gonna be a baseball name right here." There's
I'm
a
I'm
there's a
I'm gonna be honest
there's
with
like
you. Alliterations make me sick, low key. So they do, they do. I I feel like parents really try to be cool. I didn't even think about the baseball aspect of it, but parents they try to be cool. We're gonna go alliteration with this. But you're right because like Gunnar Henderson,
Gunnar
Gunnar,
Henderson. His
Gunnar,
parents say he gonna play baseball. He gonna be
he's either gonna play baseball or he's gonna be the quarterback
he
of
gonna
my
be
Oklahoma Sooners. Okay, like he's gonna be. When you got a name like Gunner, oh yeah, for sure. You're see, this
yeah.
is about to turn to a whole nother conversation. Certain people have they talk about names, but it's a certain group of people, boy, they got some names on them too. All right, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right, I'm
Do
let's
and
do it.
do
Hit them with
and
the
do.
whiskey. Y'all got some names on y'all, don't
Oh
you?
gosh. Yeah, man.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's hilarious. Um, what's your expectations for the Tigers this year?
I'm expecting another run to the playoffs for sure. We're in the postseason. Our starting pitching is better. Oh, let me say this: we
Oh,
had Peter Montero, who again I like. I think just like as maybe a human being, I need him to pitch a little bit better. But I'm hoping that he's one of those other Venezuelan guys who comes in and just like is really building on the momentum from the WBC. And then and Emmanuel De Jesus, I'm expecting him to also be building on that a little bit more. So I'm kind of hoping that some of our Venezuelan pitchers still are like, yeah, I'm in my groove already as,
yeah.
the season starts, we're already kind of in a groove because I think those two guys, well, specifically thinking about Peter Montero, has been inconsistent, and I'm hoping that this kind of gets him over that inconsistency hump. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to offer as well. But I think that they also might have just moved him, so he might be starting the season off in Toledo because they just made some roster moves. They like let a few people go from the spring training camp and they signed a couple other guys to like minor league contracts. So they've been making some moves I gotta go take another look at. But I'm hoping that those are a couple guys who just are able to really come in and be like, I'm ready to play baseball. Like I've been playing it already at a
Yeah.
high level. Let's keep it going. But I'm definitely expecting for our at least our starting pitching to be better. Like
Look,
Google carried us a lot last season. I'm hoping that he has more help this season
look.
because we couldn't hit. It was him and only
Yeah.
him that was carrying us. So, but I have high expectations. I think that again, the product is there, the tools are there. Everybody just has to click and be clicking at the same time.
Y'all got to win the division this year,
Oh, and we will. That's
though.
like,
Y'all got to
you know,
win the division.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
who's in the division that's like, I mean,
I felt like that last year, and it got real sketchy
it
towards.
did get real touchy, but like I feel like, and I feel like this is kind of true from the past several seasons, maybe. But the Guardian season usually depends on Jose Ramirez.
Most
Like
underrated player in baseball.
Rooney,
Most
I
underrated
and
baseball.
he's so cool to watch. And it's like you be wanting certain players to succeed, and it's like, but also though,
Against everybody else. Yeah, don't succeed against us. Succeed
don't
against
succeed
everybody else.
with me though.
Yeah,
Like and
yeah.
like in
Go
life, yeah, but not against.
for sure. Hey, against us,
Instance.
go
Yeah,
golden sombrero against us. Every chance you get. We need 4Ks. Don't even touch the ball.
I was
Okay?
saying, don't even touch the ball. Get up. Don't even take the bat off your shoulder. Just stand there. But yeah, I, I, I feel like Guardians is Jose Ramirez. The Royals, it's Bobby Witt Jr. Who's going to be leading that charge. And let me say something about this man. I was shocked watching him in the WBC. I did not know he was sweet like that. I knew he was one
Hey,
of those, like, he was a good player, but I was like, yo,
hey,
is this a 5 tool player I'm looking at? This is crazy.
hey,
I was like,
man.
might legit be one of the few 5 tool players in the game because
Look, I know, um, baseball is being ruined. I know small markets are pissed off. Hey, we might have to start yelling free Bobby Witt, man. He needs to be seen more. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Kansas City. Y'all only be having 2,000 fans at y'all games. Y'all need to. You man, that ball echoes so loud through that stadium on the Wednesday 1 p.m. start. It don't make no damn sense. Okay, he deserves more. All right,
he does.
he deserves more.
He
And
does. That's what I was saying. I'm like, I knew he was good, but I didn't have a whole lot of chances to really like watch him. And I feel like I've been scammed. Like, why is he not on Sunday Night Baseball? Why
well,
is he not always on my TV? Because he is. I'm like, has he always been playing like this? Because he needs to
well,
be on TV every weekend. Like he
Ryan, he's not on Sunday night baseball, kind of because of teams that we like. We like big market teams, so we only gonna see our guys. You know what I'm saying? So that's
I
the
know. I know
that's the
why, but it's like dang, a talent like that, I
which
don't know
I
what
feel like
enough.
baseball should focus on, kind of like the NBA, of like kind of the teams are cool, and of course you want to have people of the teams, but I think they should focus more on individual talent to help
Mhm.
elevate the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that'll take it out of basically every team being dedicated to local markets. Like, I
Yep.
feel like that'll grow the game and just everybody like, man, my son likes in basketball. He likes LaMelo Ball. We live in Florida. You feel me? Like he likes these different players, and they're all over the place because they highlight the individual talent.
Yep.
And the plays Bobby Witt made, I'm watching one game where he charged the ball through the first base. I was like, that looks so easy, and that's not. Like by the time he threw the ball, he was almost at the pitcher's mound because he had to charge so hard to the ball, and he made a throw on a dime. That's not easy.
It's not easy at all. And you know that they all that when they be making it look that easy.
Yeah, exactly,
And
exactly,
like nothing about what he's doing is easy. He just looks so smooth. Like it's just like, hey, like routine play, like this ain't nothing. And it
yeah.
actually is something really amazing.
Yeah, and my son, he plays baseball and he's been moving around more on the infield. And he was like, I can't even muster enough to get behind the ball to get it to first off running like that. I was like, exactly. That shows
Exactly.
the,
Mm-hmm.
the
Them people
amazingness of
yeah.
Bobby,
It's
man,
serious. It's serious.
for sure. Um, I was gonna talk a little junk about one of y'all pitchers, but I'm gonna leave you alone.
Who is it?
Hey man, Jack Flaherty been ass since the 2024 World Series.
Now you notice how I didn't mention him.
That boy been boo boo.
Yeah,
He,
he ain't
and
been good.
we've talked about the greatness of baseball of trading somebody, letting them go get a World Series and bringing them back. Y'all could
Hmm.
left him where he was. You know,
Yeah, And it's so funny because when he came back, he was all like, okay, once again, maybe he'll build on that momentum. Like he didn't play for the Dodgers, like he got a little taste. He might be feeling himself. And I mean, this is a guy who was saying he was so excited to be back too. So we was feeling ourselves a minute like, okay, maybe he'll really like do something. And it just fell flat. And
Like bring that championship pedigree.
it's
He
like
ain't do
it
nothing
makes
but bring the
more
ring.
sense with us or
No,
is it you?
it's him. That boy man, boo boo. Like
Man,
terrible.
it's so crazy because it's like he's one of those pitchers where it's like you gotta catch him right when he's feeling it because when he's not, there's no feel.
None. None. That's y'all should have saved a couple of them dollars for school. Y'all should have just been like, you know what, we gonna save these for the bigger picture, man. We gonna save these for the bigger
But
picture.
you know
But I get
what?
it.
The crazy thing about Jack Flaherty is I feel like we always know what we're gonna get with him.
Mm,
And I
well,
think that might be the thing that's kind of like anchoring him down a little bit is like we know what you're capable of doing and we know what you usually give us and we can work with that. So if you can only give us a little bit, then we can take that little bit and we can plan from that point forward.
I
That's
respect
how I
that.
feel at least.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But I'm not gonna lie. I say that I'm really saying it because I thought that too. Like when he went back, I was like, dang, him with Schoolboy, my eyes. Oh shit, they got something going. But Lord have mercy.
We didn't.
Hey man, we all know people who steal money. We all we can. I might have you back on. We gonna have a whole stealing money episode because it's a list in the MLB of thieves.
That is too good. Stealing
It's
money right there.
you know it's some thieves out there, not just in Detroit. Chris Bryant been stealing money quietly in Colorado.
He's still
Rondon
not.
just finished. Exactly. He just had back surgery, so he's out to start the season. So, uh, with Carlos Rondon just had the biggest heist of the century.
He is not
Stuff.
still not right there.
They just mutually agreed to part ways like a month ago, 2 months ago.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, it's some thieves out there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful. Got to be careful, man. All right, I'm gonna hit
Yeah.
you. I got like 3 more questions. Then I'm gonna get you out of here. We're gonna zoom out. We're gonna just talk MLB.
Okay.
Um, what's your MVP predictions for both leagues?
Oh. Um. Okay. Um. Dang.
You just fawning over Bobby Witt.
I was just on, and I still am, but I'm trying to think about who else. I'm trying to come up with like three guys, and you know what? Jose Ramirez is always reliable. He's always a good one. I'm gonna put him back in it because they disrespected him this last time around. I thought that was nuts. Um,
Always the bridesmaid, man.
if Bobby Wick keeps playing like how he was earlier this month, he's definitely going to be in it as well. Um, I think on the other side in the NL, Shohei's always an easy one. Um, who is in?
Juan Soto said he going after it.
Is he?
That's what he said. I'm just quoting him.
I
I'm so
love
sick.
Marcelo,
I hate Juan Soto.
I
Okay,
love. Let me tell you why I
I
love
hate.
Marcelo. Because the man don't swing that junk. Okay, that is my number one pet peeve for any hitter ever to exist. Stop swinging that junk. You know that's a ball. Don't swing at it. And his plate discipline, his eye and his feel for the strike zone is absolutely elite. The man walks a ton, maybe too much. But you know what?
Thank you, thank you, thank
But you
you.
know what? That is something that's not a him problem. That's a Mets problem that they got to deal with. Y'all paying him all this money to walk so much, and y'all need to be hiring somebody to hit behind him.
That's a fact. That is a fact. I
You're
mean,
paying for $765 million.
it can top out at 785, but who's counting?
Who's counting? Okay,
Who's
they're gonna be counting them walks. That's what they're gonna be doing. Is how much are y'all paying that man to walk? And if that's what works for y'all, then that's what works for y'all. But y'all got to get somebody to hit behind him. I don't know. So I don't know if I mean, and what's his defense looking like? I mean, his defense is good, but like I don't know. I don't know. I just want a guy who can hit but walks that much. I don't know if that's MVP to me.
as somebody who had watched Juan Soto for 162 games, it's low key frustrating because you can't be mad at it.
You can't. You can't be
Like
mad
it's
at it.
weird. It's like you probably could have got a hit, but
You
I mean you're
probably got
still
a
on
hit.
base, you know. And the thing is, the now the one thing that makes me mad about Juan Soto, first of all, go get your money. I don't care, even though it's the Mets and the Mets are going to net. That's something that I say, but this mofo waited till he went to the Mets to steal 30 bases, and he didn't steal but two with the Yankees. Who are you? Who are you? You freaking fraud.
Yeah, I wasn't vibing with what y'all had going on in the Bronx. He said y'all had to
Yeah,
take me serious
yeah, and missed the
to really
playoffs
get it out there.
and get swept by the Marlins in the final series of the season. Aha, aha. Okay, the Mets ain't won since the crack era, man. If you think that you're gonna be the same, hey, hey, the last time the Mets won, it had two people smoking crack, and that's just a fact. All right, this was the '80s. We're 40 years removed from that now. I don't want to hear no Mets talk. And he talked crazy about the Mets being a New York team when he left. So no love from Juan Soto over there. All right, none. All right, but he's still a good player. You know, I can't be that much of a hater. But do you think Shohei might need his own award after a while? Because pitching and
Like,
hitting makes it unfair. Like you almost have to be the MVP. Like if you can win 10 games as a pitcher and hit 40 home runs, I can There's no way I can read those stats and vote for anybody else.
yeah. Uh, and like, whenever people ask me, like, oh, should we do something different for Shohei or with Shohei or like, make all these, like, put all these parameters in place or like just do something totally different to flip it on its head because he's so just a unicorn. I'm always like, I mean, to me, he is very much operating within the confines of the rules of baseball.
Yeah,
I
for
know that
sure.
they did tweak a rule on his behalf, but it was like he's the only one doing it. So it kind of feels like almost like you're almost discriminating against this man because he can do both things.
This is true. This is true.
So it's people are like, oh, well, they're just doing all this because they got a bias from or whatever. But I'm like, but he's the only one doing it though.
He truly.
So like you kind of have to operate like you got to operate with him. You know
I,
what I'm saying?
I
Like
mean, they've been doing it. You know, they've made changes for the pitching rules. You know, him being able to still hit. They've done it,
exactly,
and it makes sense. Like
and it makes sense. That's what I'm saying. If it was something that was like, okay, y'all kind of twisted the logic on that one, but no, like the rule made sense.
yeah. I will say this, and not just ask because it's crazy what he's doing. He literally looked like the kid out there, and I'd be like, why you out here playing with them little kids? You know what I'm saying? But
Literally.
I do feel like by the time that his career is over, and this will be a while after, they're gonna have to change the award to the Shohei Ohtani award.
Oh, for sure.
Like they're gonna have to because, like I say, if he continues this, he don't gotta win but 10 to 12 games. He don't gotta go win 20 games as a pitcher. But you
Yeah, no,
say you won 10 to 12 games as a pitcher, you hit 40 home runs, you stole 30 bases, you got
so 30
100
bases.
RBIs. You got a imagine you got 100 RBIs, 100 strikeouts. Like that don't even sound real.
Not even like fathomable.
Like
No, he, he. Okay, so let me ask you this question: Is he? Do you think he's a pitcher who hits or a hitter who pitches?
uh, he's a pitcher who hits because he doesn't play in the field.
Okay, I think the opposite. I think he's a hitter who just so happens to be able to pitch. I think he's a better hitter than he is a pitcher.
You think so?
I think so.
That year,
And
that year,
more importantly, he said it himself. There's this girl I follow on TikTok and Instagram. I love her. Her name is Kate Montescalo, baseball for daddies. I love her. She just got a job with MLB Network. She'll be doing like play ball or something. She's fantastic. She asked him a question in the locker room after some game. She was like, "So what would happen if Shohei the hitter faced Shohei the batter?" And he said, "Oh, I'm taking him yard."
oh wow.
So if the man himself is telling you that that picture ain't got nothing on what I'm doing with my bat, like I'm glad we're on the same page.
I,
What
I can
he's
respect that.
able to do is like I think that I don't know. I think also maybe he enjoys hitting more. I don't know. I feel like pitching to him is like they told me I was good at it and they didn't want me to stop. That's why I do it.
And yeah, like I've gone too far down this road.
Yeah, it's like, when I was doing this, they was like, dude, like you can still throw though. Like just keep on like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You're still like if you can do both, then go ahead and do
Yeah.
both. But I definitely feel like he's a better hitter than he is a pitcher for sure. And so for that reason, I feel like when they do rename the award for him, it's going to be the batting title. It's not going to they're not going to change the Cy Young award to like the
No, no, no,
same
no, 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 no.
like that.
Yeah,
It'll
Cy
definitely
Young. Cy Young got that on lock.
yeah,
They ain't
that's never gonna there's no
they
always. It's crazy
they're
because
not.
some stuff it just roll off the tongue real good too.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I ain't gonna lie. If there was a change of Cy Young award, I'd be the grumpy old man for a while. I'm like, what
they
is
would be
this?
they'll be rioting in the streets.
Like, what is this?
Yeah, yeah,
Foolishness.
yep.
All right, I got two more questions. I'll get you out of here. For one, Cy Young, who you got winning Cy Young? Everybody I've asked and said repeat. Please do not say the same two people.
I'm not gonna say repeat. Garrett Crochet has a new pitch.
Oh my god.
He has a new pitch, and not
Oh my
only is it a new pitch,
god.
it's a splitter. And I definitely have a bias because splitters are my second favorite pitch. So if he really is able to land them splitters, that can really, I mean, he's already a great pitcher. He can really be filthy. He can
Ryan,
really be filthy.
Ryan, I was talking to somebody. I don't even remember who. And I said, if you ever want to know if somebody's stressed out, check and see if they hand on their forehead. Nothing say
So,
I'm stressed out like putting the hand on the forehead. The only good
uh,
thing about it is Gary Crochet can only pitch one game a week or every 4 or 5 days, and they signed Sonny Gray, and he sucks in the Bronx, so I'm happy about that. He does.
I mean, cost is just, he's there as well. I mean,
Yeah.
it could
Yeah. I don't.
really cost things as well. I mean, I think schools, per se, school is still in that conversation, of course. I guess Otani will also probably always be in that
Yeah.
conversation as well, unless he just like doesn't pick the season. Um,
Yamamoto's gonna be good.
oh my God, my favorite pitcher.
Really?
I
Wow. Okay, we're not gonna get into that because I know you got things to do.
I
Because
think I would say I was never a pitcher girly until him. Like I respected pitchers. I know what they do is very difficult. My favorite player has never ever been a pitcher. And this is me growing up in the JV Max Scherzer era. Loved him down, never been my favorite player. Just like I'm just a position player type of person. Yoshinobu Yamamoto got me excited to watch pitchers pitch for real, like again.
My mind is blown right now because you are a fan of the Tigers who have Tarek Skubal on the
Yes,
team.
love him down. Again, utmost respect for what they do. Fun to watch, but
What?
Yamamoto is Yamamoto for me for sure.
Hey, and I'm sure what he did in the World Series only amplified that.
Exactly.
It's like, hey, I told y'all. You know, when you're a fan of somebody and everybody ain't so hot on them, boy, I can't wait to tell people. I told y'all. I told y'all he was the one. I
Yeah,
told you.
yeah. That
That's
was me
amazing.
growing up. Manny Machado was my favorite player growing up. Back when he was, I think we talked about this last time. Back when he was a brat playing in Baltimore,
He
and the
was.
people were like, his attitude is awful, and he got this kid, and he's not a team player, and he always mad at people.
I
I
wanted
love
him
him.
as a Yankee. All right, so I ain't mad. You know,
I said that's my guy. I could say whatever y'all want to say about him. All this other nonsense don't matter to me. My guy. So no, I feel you, but yeah, Cy Young. I mean, Scoops per se. I saw somebody talking about Jacob Degrom. I guess we'll see what happens with that.
hey, holler at me when he can pitch. Give us 30 stars. I don't want to hear about that man no more until
If
he can
he
give us 30 stars.
healthy, like the majority of the season, then maybe we can have a conversation. But I
I'm a little biased. I'm gonna throw a name out there for you, but I'm biased. Max Fried is coming off a 17 win year. All right,
did he have 17 wins last
he
season?
went 17-5. All
Oh,
right, he had some split. He had some blisters on his finger. Messed up 2 or 3 starts. It
mm.
showed. Once he got that fixed, he got back on the ball. I think that threw him off. I'm biased, but you threw a Red Sox out there, so I had to counteract that. All right, I had to balance out this podcast because God Almighty.
Okay. Let me balance it out for you. Let me give you another picture I like to watch. I was impressed with him. Cam Slitter.
With the slits, with the slits.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm
I
interested to
like.
see now
I
that
like.
he has some tape on him, he has some
Mhm.
tendencies on him. I want to
Yep.
see how it looks for him. You know what I'm saying? Because it
Yeah,
changes after that. But
it does. But I definitely like. I know it was a smaller sample size, but I definitely liked what I saw. I was like, this, and he, baseball players come in all shapes, sizes, and forms.
it's
Like
crazy.
this dude is still like this.
Yeah,
I'm like, he's just long and lengthy. I was like, I can't imagine being up in the box, watching a ball come from out of his hands. I know that it's just the craziest sight. But no, I really liked it. I was just really, really impressed with him. I think he's going to be a fun kid to watch for sure.
yeah.
So,
When everybody gets healthy, I'm interested
yeah,
interested to see how Aaron Boone fucks this up. But um,
you with Aaron Boone.
I
Oh, man.
I I
So
can't.
many
Oh,
thoughts. Not enough.
I, yes, we don't. I'm okay. World Series predictions. I'm gonna get you out of there because you see me
Oh,
going down the rabbit hole. It was about to happen.
I don't know, man.
You can say it. You can believe
I
in your.
kind of hate it because it's starting to really feel like the Dodgers have a permanent position, like a permanent place in the World Series. Um, and I don't like that. Not because I'm like some big Dodgers hater, but just the fact that I really like. To me, baseball has always been a sport where there's like a lot of parity season to season. Like you could win this season, and then y'all cannot do well the next season,
Yeah.
and it's like a total 180. And I feel like the past few years of the Dodgers, I'm just like, okay, but you new going on, and then we had the Mariners, and that was great. But I don't know. I'm not gonna make a World Series prediction.
What?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm not gonna do it to myself.
You you have to.
Mm-mm.
You have to. It's in my questions, and I need answers. Okay. How about this? I'll go first. All right.
No.
I'm supposed to be saving this for my show next week, but I'll go first because you know I got Braves Mariners. I got
Braves,
Braves Mariners. I
Braves
think the
get pulled.
Braves just need to be healthy, and I think the Mariners they were so close, and I think they'll be back this year. Now I don't think the Mariners win it because the Mariners don't
I
win.
don't think the Mariners so bad.
Really,
I don't
I
think so.
I do, man. I really do. I think they kept their core together. They kept pretty much the team together.
They
Now
did.
I'm interested to see if Kyle Riley and the Rosarina need to have some fisticuffs. You know what I'm saying, to kind of settle that down. But I like what the Mariners do. I don't think they win it. I just think they snaked them like that. This is the team that got the record for regular season wins and got bounced out of the DS. But I think I think they get there, man. The pitching is good. The pitching hasn't gone anywhere. I don't think Kyle Riley hits 60 home runs, but he can get you 30. You know what I'm saying?
Not
He can get
good.
you 35, which is still very good for your catcher. You know,
Yeah,
I like Julio Rodriguez.
like it.
Bo Naylor's paid, so he's happy. Hopefully, he doesn't get paid and lazy. We've seen that happen before.
Oh my God. Can't believe
But yeah, man. And like I say, with the Braves, they just got to be healthy. If they, it all falls on the training staff for the Braves.
it. Mm.
Yeah, man. Plus, I think three piece are hard, no matter how much talent you got, especially in baseball.
I agree. And you know what? At some point, the luck always runs out. And
And the Dodgers
so,
was real lucky last year. You think that play at the plate, that home run from somebody who ain't hit a home run in 6 months, like
right,
stuff like it was real. The ball's not going to bounce your way.
they still had to rely on some level of luck for sure.
Yeah,
But I don't know. And let me say this: Kyle Tucker is a very good player.
Kyle
I
Tucker
do
wasn't
not.
the best outfielder on Chicago last year.
He's a very good player. Let me stress, very good. And if LA wants to overpay him, that is their prerogative. I do not think that he is going to have the output they think he has. And I think that's going to throw off the vibe.
I wouldn't go that far. I think him not needing to
Not
have
like
that.
vibe, not like
Yeah,
vibe, like clubhouse wise, but I don't think that he is like a missing piece for them. I don't think
I
he's going to be
think they
like
just.
maybe a
I think they just
difference
trying to.
maker when they really are a difference maker. Like
Yeah, I think.
I don't think Kyle Tucker elevates the Dodgers to the level that they think he probably will.
Yeah, I
So
can.
I'm very hesitant to kind of like put the Dodgers back in it because they've added some pieces, some big pieces that I really don't know how that's gonna mesh.
Yeah.
But I'm still
Uh,
kind of stuck on the Braves just putting here.
yeah.
Braves were
Hey,
just
I
not
made
on
a
my
pick.
radar.
Hey, at least I made a pick. All right. At least I made a pick.
That's true. You got me
All
there.
right. Um. Yeah, I gotta have you back on because we got a lot we gotta talk about. First of all, we gotta talk contracts because I want to talk about Kyle Tucker contract. I actually think it's a good deal. A lot of people hate it. I like it. Or like the idea of short money getting them out of there on both sides. But just different stuff. There's a lot of stuff. We gonna circle back around and talk baseball. And talk
Okay, the one
baseball.
thing I'm gonna say about his contract is that I'm not trying to be in nobody's pocket. If y'all think he's worth that much, pay him that much.
Facts.
Pay
Facts.
him. If you can afford him and you think that's what he's worth, or you think that's what you have to pay him in order to get him to sign, then Do whatever you think needs to be done for your team. I have no problem with that. For me, it's always going to be the output. How much are y'all paying him for what he's giving on the field?
Yeah,
So
we
I
we
don't know.
sh- we shall see.
We
One
definitely.
last thing, not baseball related. Detroit Shocker coming back. Are you excited?
Oh, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. And it's so funny. I know someone who is kind of like on that ownership committee who's like, putting their money in to get it. And they were like, nothing has happened a whole lot, but everybody's really excited about keeping it going. So I would lose my mind if we have all these sports coming back to the city. And I'm hoping that this might be a long shot, but I was talking to a friend about it a while ago, and I was like, I hope that if and when the shot comes back and we sign like with Tia Jackson if she comes home, and it just kind of reignites this Detroit sports fan base, and hopefully it help settle like some of that Detroit curse, where it's like when one team is doing well, the other ones don't. It's like only one team can do it at a time. I'm hoping that the addition of another team offsets that sort of curse,
There we
and we
go.
can have two teams going at a time or something.
This is true. Well, the good thing, Detroit right now is everybody's at least solid right now, at minimum solid, right? Like
At
the
minimum,
Tigers,
solid. Yeah. I was
Detroit.
talking to somebody earlier who watches hockey. I don't watch hockey. We'll support the Red Wings, but do not watch hockey. And I think that they were sliding right now. Like they lost a few games. I was like, hey, that means that the Tigers are gonna start the season off good.
Maybe,
Like,
hopefully.
so I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Get you back on the talk, man. Let everybody know where they can find you. Um, Future GM of maybe the Tigers, if the Tigers are smart enough. If not, it's 29 other franchises, maybe more with expansion. Go ahead, Ryan. Let them know.
Well, with expansion, hopefully,
See, we got stuff to talk about. You got stuff to do,
me
so
too.
we'll
Me too. Oh, I am excited about the expansion conversation because I have ideas.
see, all right.
I have
Let everybody
ideas.
know where they can find you, though. Hockey's great.
I am
Only
at Ryan Riann the number 4 GM on TikTok. Follow me for baseball content on there. At Ryan Riann the number 4 PREZ on Instagram. Those are my main two ones. Um, talk less baseball on the Instagram, but definitely all baseball on TikTok. So hope to see you guys there.
tell people your favorite coffee drink right now.
Oh, my favorite coffee drink right now is Vietnamese coffee. So good. It's just straight espresso and sweetened condensed milk. Delicious.
See, follow
Delicious.
her. You'll learn coffee and baseball. Let's
It's
go.
two best.
Let's go, man. And hey, man, for me, Sunday, I'll be back with Rainey, who says hockey is great. Only probably 3 black men in the world has ever said that. He's one of them. And Sunday, we'll be on Talking Wrestling for 2 Raw for SmackDown. Next Wednesday, you already know we're going. We do a full baseball episode with the crew, a talking game. So Wednesday, that'll be fun at 3:30. And I'm gonna tell you, like everybody who does content tells everybody who's watching their content, like, subscribe, comment, share this with somebody who likes sports because I'm sure they'll like this, man. And it's been Talking Game. Peace.